Hello. Welcome to the goods. I know that you have been looking at us wearing our Fly Goods podcast gear and wondering where can we get those. Well, guess what? We have the answers for you. We have it here, Teespring. Go to Teespring and you will find all of this glorious merchandising, from t-shirts to mugs to, well, there's other toys, but we can't talk about that now. Go to Teespring. Enjoy our memorabilia.
And we're back on Flash.
No substance.
So today's top 5 is actually going to be a special top 5 because we are going to celebrate the premiere of Snake Eyes.
Yes.
Big G.I. Joe fans we are.
Oh, definitely. I mean, right here.
Yeah, big G.I. Joe fans we are. And you know what? We want to do something a little bit different, a little bit, special. We're going to actually have this is going to be a part 1 of our G.I. Joe top 5. And we're going to start it with the top 5 G.I. Joe characters.
Love it. Love it.
And we will let you know what the second one is later.
Oh,
so in that,
surprising.
Exactly. So with that being said, Terrence, go first.
All right. I'm really excited about this. I'm a big G.I. Joe fan, obviously. I'm a big fan of everything as you look at this desk. But definitely G.I. Joe is up there at the top of my loves for characters that I grew up with and toys that I grew up with, right? So picking these characters was the hardest freaking thing I had to do because there's so many characters that I absolutely love. So I narrowed it to 5. I don't know how, but I narrowed it to 5. And
we're gonna have a lot of honorable mentions.
A lot of honorable mentions. But
number 5.
All right, so number 5, I went with the Baroness.
The Baroness.
And I love the Baroness, and the fact that I put her at number 5 really hurts my heart. But I was like, oh, it was so tough to kind of figure out my order. Look, for the bad guys. Well, first and foremost, in this age of cartoons and comics and action figures and stuff like that, women didn't play that more of a prominent role. So the fact that not only was the Baroness a woman and on the bad guy side, but she was like, when you talk about like Trinity, she was like at least second or third in command for Cobra, and it was like, and she held her she held her position. She was always a threat. I don't ever remember anything that the Baroness actually went out and did that she actually didn't complete. I know plenty of stuff that they did for Cobra that they failed at, even though it's actually been said that G.I. Joe was really horrible at stopping Cobra from doing anything. They didn't stop the mass device. They didn't stop them from creating Serpentor.
No,
they didn't stop the Weather Dominator.
No,
they didn't stop anything.
They did succeed in actually getting the pieces for the Weather Dominator on some occasions.
Yeah, but they still built the Weather Dominator.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so once again,
who's doing the intelligence here?
The Baroness
mainframe, you bastard.
always succeeds. The Baroness always succeeds in any mission that she's giving. So I was like, she's probably like the most efficient of the characters. I would say, like, we always think about like Soundwave always succeeds in anything that Megatron sends him out to do. The Baroness always succeeds in anything that she does.
And I think what I liked about what you just said right now, and there's a keyword. There's 2 keywords that you said that
strong woman
to describe her, and that was efficient and a threat.
Yes.
And out of all of the characters, from a female standpoint, Lady J was never a threat.
Nope.
Scarlet, never a threat. They were skilled.
Yeah.
But I don't consider them threats.
Yes.
Zorana, not a threat.
She was just his daughter.
She was a sister.
Sister, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, she was the only one that could straight up, freaking hurt you. Maybe Jinx, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
Number 4!
Number 4! All right, so the fact that she mentioned Zorana, I went Zartan.
Zartan. Awesome.
Love Zartan. Love Zartan. Zartan and the Dreadnocks were basically like, hey, you need something done, send us in.
Hey, price is right, though.
Yeah,
the price has to be right.
Price has to be right. I don't think he really cared about what Cobra was doing. I don't think he really cared about what G.I. Joe was doing.
Do you think he would have worked for G.I. Joe if the price was right?
If G.I. Joe gave him money, he'd have been like, yo, Joe. He'd have been right on the side of the Joes. But the fact that I really like about Zartan is the mercenary nature about him and the Dreadnocks, the leader of the Dreadnocks, right? The fact that he had this whole, like, I'm a master of disguise at the same time. So, like, and if you dig back in some of the comic books and stuff like that, he played a hand in the whole backstory to Snake Eyes, pretending to be the Hard Master. But And so I love the fact that he was a master of disguise. I love the fact that he had this whole like in sun like, oh, I turned blue.
He didn't like the sun, yeah.
He didn't like the sun.
Hey, how come he didn't get sunblock? How come you just couldn't get sunblock?
I know. Would that have helped?
Would that have helped? He just got sunblock. You've been alright.
I think you figured out G.I. Joe, and I don't think they thought about that. But I love Zartan. Like I said, I love the mercenary nature of it. And there was even a thing with the Dreadnocks. It was like that. Like if you took the actual Dreadnoughts' real names, it was like Tom, Dick, and Harry.
The original 3, you mean?
Yeah, the original 3.
Because they
so
ballooned
like
up.
Thrasher, Ripper, and Buzzsaw, like it was Tom, Harry, and Richard.
That's funny. Pretty good.
But anyway, so like just being the leader of his own little faction group of mercenaries made him super cool. Like I said, the Master of Disguise made him super cool, and the simple fact that like when you had the toy. And we'll get into toys on another time. The fact that he just turned blue.
He actually turned blue.
He
yes,
actually
did.
turned blue. That was one of the coolest features of that toy line, outside of the fact that Snake Eyes was all black. But anyway, so.
Yeah. All right, gotcha.
Number 3!
Number 3!
All right, so number 3 is 2 people, but 1 person. Tomax and Zaymon. Did you forget Tomax and Zaymon? Looks like he forgot Tomax and Zaymon.
Or did I?
Oh, maybe. Tomax and Zaymon is amazing. Look. Once again,
Somebody just got kicked off my list.
Tomax and Zaymon, like I said, they funded Cobra. They were so cool. It's like they were businessmen. It's like I almost feel like they were like mobsters because everybody knew what they were doing, but they never did any. Like G.I. Joe could never bust them on anything unless they were in uniform fighting G.I. Joe at that exact time.
Yeah.
So that's not the great reason why I love Tomax and Zaymon. I love them because they were mirror twins. They had like the so like they were a little bit opposite of each other, but identical twins, and they felt each other's pain. That's a cool gimmick as far as
the Corsican brothers.
Yeah. There you go.
They were the Corsican brothers.
It was a cool gimmick, and they never explained what the stupid kind of scar got there, and that just kind of made that backstory like, man, how did he get that scar? He didn't get that scar. Like, did it happen like right at birth? Like right as he was being born, he got cut, and then that's the reason why the other one did? I had the whole thing made up in my mind, trying to figure out why.
What does that say about the mom?
Exactly right. It's like, oh, my baby. That's how I'm gonna tell you guys apart. But anyway, so their backstory was interesting. The fact that they were cool and they were businessmen.
Weren't they acrobats?
Yeah, they were acrobats.
They were acrobats.
They were
right.
acrobats. So like they were all around just super cool, and they funded a criminal organization, didn't get in trouble for it, and then just kind of moonlighted as criminals at the same time.
Yes, they did. That's right.
So I love that. They spoke each other. They finished each other's sentences. Look, they were the coolest characters.
They spoke actually. Yeah, they would finish each other's sentences, or they would speak the same exact dialogue at the same time. That's right.
So that it made them cool. So when you had them, it was just like you had this whole little like you had one character, but we had 2 characters, but one character together. It's like you couldn't do anything without both of them together.
That's
what I'm trying to say.
All right.
So number 2.
Number 2.
All right. So here's we get into like the regular stuff that
We're gonna fight.
We're
gonna fight on this
I
one?
gotta pick these people. So number 2, I went with Cobra Commander.
Which one?
My original. Cobra
You going
Commander.
Shield or you going Hooded?
Oh, as far as like which. I mean, we're not doing toys, but like as far as his
just the look.
If I had to pick the look. And I know it's a little controversial nowadays because that's the reason why Hasbro doesn't want to do a
'cause the hood?
one. Yeah, because it felt like it's too close to like the clan and stuff like that. But the hood just kind of made it look really cool. When he wore the shield,
He looked like a terrorist.
Yes.
like a flat out
really
terrorist.
what he was supposed
and
to
that's
be.
what he was exactly. It
So-
was. It's a. They're saying that the Cobra is a terrorist group.
The Cobra, the secret terrorist organization determined to
To
rule the world.
exactly.
That's literally what it said. So, like, when he wore the shield, he looked like any of the Cobra troopers.
Well, the troopers, yes.
Yeah, like, because he wore
not
the
the
helmet.
first, not the first one.
He wore the helmet, or like he looked like the Vipers.
The
right?
Vipers,
He
yes,
looks like
that's
the
right.
Vipers.
He looked like
that's
the
better.
Vipers.
It's like he looked like, or the Vipers were based on Cobra Commando,
Right.
however you want to put it. But he looked like a regular soldier at that point. But that hooded mask just made him look so cool and so much more menacing.
Exactly.
But because all you could see was his eyes, and he had so much to tell you through the eyes of that hood. But one of the reasons why I love Cobra Commander is because in my villains, I love when they're unstable. I love Kylo Ren because he's unstable. I love Cobra Commander because he's unstable. I love Starscream because he's freaking unstable.
And they're both voiced by the
And
same
guy.
Freaking Chris Latta. His voice is both of them.
See, I love that unstable nature because then you can't predict what they're going to do. You know, what Megatron, it's like, okay, he's got a goal, he's going to go ahead and do it. With Cobra Commander, he could be doing anything. He has a goal, but he may change how he wants to achieve that goal. He may throw some people under the table just to make sure he gets away. I love Cobra Commander in that aspect, and it just made it fun to watch.
He's a coward, though.
Yeah, I love that. It's fine.
He's a hardcore heel, hardcore heel.
You know what? He's a coward, but he's still running everything until Sprinter gets there.
Exactly.
No!
Number one is
right.
Snake Eyes.
It is not.
It is not Snake Eyes. It's Storm Shadow.
It is Storm Shadow. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't come up here wearing a G.I. Joe t-shirt. This was the closest I could get to, like, a Cobra Commander t-shirt. I have no idea why I don't have a Cobra t-shirt, or I can't find one right now. But look, Storm Shadow is way cooler than Snake Eyes. I cannot understand why people like Snake Eyes better than Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow was cool. He talked. Once again, another person until like he would battle Snake Eyes, and it always kind of ended in a draw, and maybe he kind of run away before things got too hectic. But damn it, Storm Shadow was just like the epitome of like badassery.
I think his fights with Spirit were better.
Really?
His fights with Spirit were way better than.
Yeah, they did kind of transition him to Spirit off of Snake Eyes for some reason. I never understood
and
that.
it was awesome, but I liked it because they even
transitioned him to Quick Kick at one point.
I mean, that's understandable.
And you see, who's the common thread here? It's always Storm Shadow.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, because of the spiritual nature of both characters, it fit them perfectly. So they were actually really good dance partners, if you want to think about it.
Okay.
Because Spirit was really, from his Native American background, he was very spiritual. And then because of Storm Shadow's philosophies and everything he learned from his family, like, yeah, he's the same thing. So that's why I think that their fights were always freaking more fluid than I think him and Snake Eyes were, like, just aggressive, and there was a lot of emotion in there. And with Spirit, I think their fights were just a little bit more fluid.
And if you dig more into like the comics and stuff like that, it's like where Storm Shadow becomes more of an anti-hero, where he transitions when he leaves Cobra and goes over to G.I. Joe, but he still has that same type of nature.
Doesn't he talk something like this?
Don't make fun of Storm Shadow.
But he doesn't talk something like this.
But you know what? We got a new Storm Shadow. We got a new Storm
Koji, baby!
All right, look. That is my type. Look, Storm Shadow was amazing. As soon as they come out with his sleeveless arm classified character, because I'm not buying the one with the one. It's like ivory color. It's not even like pure white. And
you gotta admit the leather one from the first was actually pretty cool.
It
was kind of
my
cool.
Storm Shadow has no sleeves.
No sleeves. And he's got the wrist.
And the wrist garlands. It's like the hood is down. He has no sleeves, and he wears a face mask. I'm not buying that character until they give me that one.
All right. Number 5.
All right.
Number 5, surprisingly enough, is Flint.
Really?
I liked Flint a lot. Actually, he was a paratrooper, third in command, and he was also a pilot, Commando, and in Demolitions.
So I liked Flint, but I always feel like they were just replacing Duke.
Yeah, but his character design was.
I know it was different.
It was different.
Yeah.
He had the beret.
Yeah.
And he seemed more lack of a better word, he seemed more ballsy than Duke. Okay. Like he took more risks.
I can see that.
And I think that's what that's probably he was John McClane before John McClane.
It's just that it always I always feel like, but what about Duke? And I feel like they just used Flint to just replace Duke, and I could never connect with him.
No, I think they did General Hawk that. I think General
Hawk replaced everybody.
Yeah. So. And he wasn't even that good.
Yeah.
I mean, he was okay.
Hey, you guys are running this stuff. No, I'm running everything. I'm just sending you guys out on missions.
And then he got with Lady J. So I love Flint. Flint's awesome. All right, number 4.
No.
Now, I am going to get crap because I'm going to have him this low, and I'm sorry, but it is Storm Shadow. But he made my top 5.
At least he made your top 5.
At least he made my top 5.
All
Assassin.
Right. Yes.
He was in the Army. This is why he's number 4. He's from Fresno.
California?
Yes.
He's a surfer.
He's a surfer. That's why he can move so smooth. He's a surfer. But like I said before, his martial arts was freaking impeccable. He was absolutely, he was the ninja, man. He was stealth. His fights, like I said, with Spirit were awesome. And him and Snake Eyes in the comics. I mean, if you want to look at intensity as far as fight scenes and the pure. I don't even know, and maybe you can answer this. I don't even know if it's hatred or just straight up jealousy or respect that he has for Snake Eyes?
I mean, it's a little bit of everything because, you know, it was like Snake Eyes' stature being nobody and achieving what he achieved as part of the Ninja
Being
Clan.
a nobody.
Yeah, being a nobody. So you got that jealousy of it. It's the anger of...
And admiration, maybe?
Yeah, when Hardmaster died and him being... and Snake Eyes being framed for it from Zartan. So... It's all of those, and then the fact that, you know, their own rival factions and stuff like that. So then you kind of have that competition back and forth because I want to beat you, and it's like we got this backstory behind us. So I love Storm Shadow so much, and I love the Snake Eyes Storm Shadow. I love Snake Eyes too, and I love the Snake Eyes Storm Shadow rivalry.
Did he even? I don't even think Snake Eyes made your top 5.
It did not. But he's a honorable mention.
All right, cool. All right, let's
and I'll
move
explain
on.
why I didn't put Snake Eyes in.
Okay, so my number 3.
Number 3.
There it is. All right, so my number 3. I was gonna take this guy off and put the twins.
Okay.
But because you have the twins,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stick to my list. And I'm gonna go Firefly.
Why do people like Firefly so much?
I freaking love Firefly. To me, in all honesty, he was like the camouflage ninja. He was like Sho Kasugi and Pray for Death. Like
really?
Yeah, like I just
that's a good one.
I just absolutely
one.
just absolutely freaking love Firefly. I remember back in the day I had an extra backpack because I had lost the Storm Shadow, but I had his backpack or his back swords and all that, and I had bought a new Storm Shadow. So I put that on Firefly, and I took off his weapons, his big weapons duffel bag he had, and I put the Storm Shadow's backpack on, and he just looked so smooth with the friggin'. He had boots on, but I don't care.
Sorry, we're kids. We didn't care.
Yeah, exactly. But no, okay. So Firefly, Demolitions expert. Yeah. He was in Sabotage. That's all I had, Sabotage. Whatever. Sabotage. And, you know, he was good with explosives.
Right.
He was also, in a way, a for hire type of guy, too. But he was, like, just an expert in all of that with the grenades and bombs and everything. And, yeah, man, he was my camouflage ninja, baby. I love Firefly. I'm going to stick with Firefly. I don't care. The classified series or classified series.
Firefly?
I cannot find this guy.
Yeah, he's expensive.
He's $60.
Yeah, he's very expensive.
I don't love him that much.
$71 on Amazon.
Number 2. Sorry.
Number 2. I'm gonna say, did we skip one?
Number 2 is Zartan.
All right, cool. There you go.
Zartan is absolutely my favorite out of all of them. Now, well, I'll have them in here in my honorable mentions, but I don't know. But for some reason, I just thought that him as a gun for hire, him having his own group.
Oh my God! Hold on, wait. When we talk about group, I forgot. Like they did the whole song, the Cold Slither song. I didn't even mention that. That was like they could sing.
They could sing. they got freaking song of the year in the billboards.
What cold slither in the suit, a band of vipers.
So Zartan, you know, Master of Disguise. The whole gimmick of him not being able to take the sunlight, and how about the chameleon? That was a freaking awesome vehicle that he had. His brother Xandar and
I got a better
Zarana.
vehicle than that.
But yeah, so you know he had the own group, and the same thing with kind of like similar to what you were talking about as far as the Baroness, like everything that they sent him to do, he achieved.
Yeah, he achieved.
And he,
like I said, he put together a rock group.
He put together a rock group, that's right. But you know what I liked about him the most too, and what's funny is that I want to say that he's probably the only one in all of Cobra that he genuinely makes fools out of G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Like he makes fools out of them.
Yeah.
I mean, he pretends he's their admiral. He freaking does, like, he just completely fools them, like, with the Master of Disguise thing. And just, you know, he's just a unique character. And I have anything on him? Leader of the Dreadnocks, Master of Disguise.
Did they ever get to him in a live action?
Yes, they did. The guy that played the Mummy played Zartan.
I thought he played Destro.
No, he did not play Destro. Yeah, Arnold Vosloo, I think his name is.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not Zartan.
Okay.
Do not ever put him to play Zartan.
All right.
Number 1.
Number 1!
You picked Storm Shadow. I'm gonna pick Snake Eyes. Of course. One, he's got a freaking wolf.
He's got a wolf. Timber.
He's got timber.
He's got timber.
Okay, now, character design-wise, I kind of like the goggles more than the visor.
I hate the goggles more than the visor. Like, and I know some people.
But the
like,
visor's cool. I like the visor too. Don't get me wrong.
Super 7's coming out with with their ultimate line of GI Joe, and they went back with the blue and the purple and the goggles, and I was like, God, I hate that so much. And I was like, and I know it was in the comic and the cartoon.
Cool. It was
in the cartoon because that's how they had to do. They couldn't just draw a black cartoon character. Just like they had to give him some type of color. But
Well, he was more gray in that.
It was just.
He was kind of like a really smoked dark gray.
It was just stupid.
But I
can't
did like
believe
the
that. It's
goggles a little bit.
I
A
hate
little
the
bit
goggles.
better.
I hate the goggles.
But I'm gonna still, I'm still going for it. All right, here we go.
Give me the Knights of Armor shield.
How about this one? All right, martial arts expert.
Yes.
Ninja Commando.
Uh-huh.
He was in infantry. He was.
We're not getting any of that in this live action movie.
He was a hard black belt in 12 styles. 12 different styles.
Okay. This is Batman. Is what you're talking about.
And he had a straight up relationship with freaking Scarlet, so he liked them white women too.
Really?
Oh yeah. Now.
I mean, was it the strong silent type that she likes, or how does that work?
Well, here's why. Because actually, if you really think about it, and we've talked about this numerous times in previous
He's
shows.
like, baby, that's not my sword.
That's right. He's basically Chris Evans. He is blonde hair, blue eye, Caucasian.
Not Henry Golding.
Who don't talk. Who don't talk. He was disfigured in the war.
Right. I miss the fact that they're not gonna do that.
And that's why, and I've said it before in another show, and that's what made him unique, because he was such a fish out of water to excel in a Asian culture fighting styles that was pretty much taught to him by Asians, meaning Storm Shadow's family, and for him to excel in it to a point where it would rival more or less what Storm Shadow knows, and him being a Caucasian, it makes him unique as a character. It makes him unique.
This sounds like Bloodsport, if I'm thinking about it right.
This is Frank Dukes before Frank Dukes. So, but that's what makes him so unique, and I'm like I said before, I'm not taking anything away from freaking Golding at all. If they want to go this route as far as an origin, go for it. The action seems freaking awesome.
They just want to make him more like appealing to people who aren't fans of the
and I get
franchise.
it, but the character of Snake Eyes, what makes him so unique is the fact that he is a fish out of water. In as far as from a cultural standpoint,
If they take away the talking, you're not gonna get a Snake Eyes 2.
And I don't think they will. I don't honestly, because so
if they actually end this movie with him not being able to speak, or him taking a vow of silence, or him getting his Bumblebee vocal cords damaged or something like that, and he's talking through the radio, we're never getting.
You're probably right.
We're never getting a Snake Eyes 2. And then
you're getting a Snake Eyes 2.
I don't think Henry Golding's gonna be this character anymore. I think it's gonna be a stunt double going forward. If they do something like that, I think they're really gonna keep it to the fact that where our new Snake Eyes talks and takes off his helmet.
And I really hope that don't happen.
It's gonna
honestly.
happen. I think it's gonna happen.
But
especially if this movie does well, they're like, oh, what, Snake Eyes talks now?
It will be number one.
Just like Bumblebee doesn't speak now. My Bumblebee speaks.
Yeah,
This
not
Bumblebee
through the radio.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, but that's my number one all time.
All right.
He's freaking fantastic.
I don't hate your list.
I don't care what you say.
I don't hate your list. It's like Firefly. I understand people love Firefly. I just don't get why.
That's why the conflict was there. Like the twins were my favorites as well. I absolutely love the twins.
There is no possible way I couldn't put them on my list.
And the one thing about the twins that you did not talk about is the fact that they are in charge of the Crimson Troopers.
Oh, the Crimson Guard Commanders.
The Crimson Guard. They are the Crimson Guard Commanders.
They got their own.
They have their own group, just like freaking Zartan does. And they got the freaking. They have the Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Red ones. The red outfit, Captain Crunch.
Like I said, I almost feel like it's like, you know what? We're so rich today. We're gonna play terrorists.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. Oh my God, I got so many. All right, so let's start with the black people. Roadblock.
We're going down the hill.
He had to rhyme
Buffalo
everything.
Bills.
So one part of me says that why they gotta make the black person do all the rapping in the show, right? But then I'm like, that's damn impressive that he can rap everything that he says.
Like, why do they have the black? Why do they have the black person rap on everything? And then like, hey, why not have the black guy rap everything? Because
that's like that's some amazing freestyle.
He can flow. He can flow. He can cook too.
All right. Other people that I had on here, dude, Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter has got to be an honorable mention. It's like he didn't show up till season 3, something like that. I think it's season 3 after the movie. But it seems like
Serpentor. He came out for Serpentor.
Yeah, he came out in the movie.
Arise Serpentor.
And then he transitioned to season 3. That's when they kind of really started including his character. Who would have thought a WWF character at the time would have made such an easy transition into the G.I. Joe lore and stuff? As easy as he made. If you would have been like, add Hulk Hogan, he would have stood out. Sergeant Slaughter, because he was a soldier and he was American, it just fit. It fit from the right
Absolutely.
from the jump.
Absolutely, and there were two versions of the action figure that I really liked too. Was because the first one actually had the USA, and he had the green tank top and it said USA on his stomach.
Right.
And you had to actually send off the proof of purchases. You had to send off like so many proof of purchases to get that.
I got a bunch of proof of purchases.
Yeah, right. and then the second one was when he got with Serpentor when he brought him for Arise, Serpentor Arise. They put him with the triple T, and then he had the black tank top. That's that one I like.
I like the black tank top.
I like the black tank top better, but anyway, go ahead.
All right, so obviously I put Snake Eyes on here. I also put Serpentor. The only thing I did not like about Serpentor is that he always had like the Lion-O arrogance to him, to where like I'm the leader, and it's like
but you got to look at the DNA he had, and some of those like Genghis
I'm
Khan.
the leader, everything what I say matters and stuff like that, and just kind of wore on me and got old, and it's kind of some of the reasons I don't like Lion-O. But that's me coming in. So when we do Thundercats, trust me, Lion-O's not gonna be on my list. So like some toss-up ones here. I put Lowlight. And I loved Lowlight with him and the goggles and being able to see in the dark.
Just so smooth.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
So calm.
He was their sniper, and it was like he was an awesome character. It was like, and then I definitely put my man Destro over here. So Destro,
Destro in the top five?
The only reason why I didn't put Destro because I like the Baroness more. I like the Baroness more. And I love Destro. I absolutely love Destro because he's their arms dealer. He gets them all their weapons. I think Destro, another reason, it's like, Destro didn't do enough. Destro got them their weapons, and he was part of the plans, but he never really, he never went out and did the stuff.
Okay, I gotta go over that. Okay, go ahead.
He's just kind of there.
All right, next one.
And then the last one I put on here, and it's just kind of like army building. It's the Battle Android Troopers.
The bats, yeah.
Yeah, the bats.
They're awesome.
I love them, and it was a way for G.I. Joe to stop missing people. Where they're like,
they actually could hit them.
Yeah, so it's like, and the bats kind of just fought through, and it was like, I love robots and I love cyborgs and this whole little thing where they just unstoppable force, and it was a great way for Cobra. One is like they're not sacrificing just regular people, but G.I. Joe had a real threat as far as like on the ground forces.
Right.
They weren't just fighting people who were just gonna miss them and they could do backflips over lasers, or they'd shoot and just parachute out before they crash and stuff like that. They actually had to destroy the Battle Android Troopers. They had to destroy them, where they were just gonna keep coming. So much for it is like they take off a head and the body's still trying to get out. They're basically zombies. They're basically zombies.
Metal zombies. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a lot of honorable mentions.
My honorable mentions. Oh, I got quite a bit. My honorable mentions also was Destro. Mm-hmm. Just the look about him.
No, that's an amazing look. He's the man in the Iron Mask.
Yeah, he's freaking badass. Okay, so I'm going Destro. Serpentor is also another one. I disagree with you. I mean, I agree with you on some things, but I understand why he's that way. Because of the DNA he has, whether you have Napoleon,
being like,
where you have Napoleon, you have Napoleon and Genghis Khan, and you know,
I am the greatest.
Yeah, so you can't fault him for that. So okay,
I wear this Cobra Hood mask all the time.
Nemesis Enforcer.
Oh, that is a great one. That is a great. Oh my God.
Nemesis Enforcer.
That's a character I feel like they should have brought back.
Well, they have to introduce Cobra Law first, but Nemesis Enforcer.
Cobra Law after the movie. They should have brought him back after the movie.
Oh yeah. But he dies in the G.I. Joe movie.
That's right. He gets thrown off the thing, right?
Yeah, but he's a bat. He can fly.
He does have wings.
Anyway, but he was an imposing figure. He was the bodyguard for Globulus at Cobra Law and Pythuna. But he was I can't believe he lost how he lost to Sergeant Slaughter, but when we played with him, he won all those fights. All right, so anyway,
nobody beats Sarge.
Nobody beats Sarge. I did. All right, so that was one of them. I like Bazooka.
Bazooka's okay.
I like Bazooka. Bazooka's cool.
Bazooka's okay.
He was funny.
I would also say I'm a big fan of Shipwreck.
I'm a big fan of Shipwreck. I got him in there too. Okay. I got Shipwreck too. And Polly. I like the bats. I got the bats. I got the Dreadnocks. Now the Dreadnocks went from Buzzer, Ripper, and Torch. Mm-hmm. Then they added Thrasher.
Yeah.
Then they added Zartan and Xandar. Mm-hmm. Then they added Monkey Wrench. And then they added Zanzibar.
They were like,
you remember that one?
I don't remember Zanzibar.
Yeah, he's the one with the pirate. He looked like a pirate. And he had the tongue pole hair.
Yeah, he was the other one that looked like Zarana. He was the male version of Zarana.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, he was the male version of Zarana.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so yeah, I like that one. I like all the Dreadnocks, the bats. Dusty. I like Dusty. I don't care. Wetsuit. He was one of my favorites. And
Or,
you know what? I used to use him as a ninja too.
Beachhead was cool.
Beachhead was. I got him. I got Duke. I got Sergeant Slaughter. I got the fridge.
The fridge. Somehow that made sense. It made sense to us as a kid. It was like the dude. He was just on TV. He was just in a game.
So you got.
The 85 Bears were so popular that they put them in cartoons.
You got Lowlight, and I agree 100% with that.
All right.
Okay. I did like Dial Tone. That's not one.
That sounds good.
But you had Lowlight. That was kind of like a one that I didn't see coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you another one that I liked a lot. I don't care what anybody says. I like Barbecue. The
Okay.
the
Yeah,
firefighter.
the
firefighter. He
Yeah.
was cool. He was cool. I like that one a
They're
lot.
selling barbecue too, or is it coming up? I think it's coming up soon. I think they had just announced barbecue's coming out.
Yeah, I might be getting that one for sure. Anyway, so that's my honorable mentions. There's a hell of a lot more.
Oh, God,
I'm not gonna get
all
into
day.
it because we can go all day. And if you stayed with us this long, you are officially a nerd because this is something. This is like only for those hardcore GI Joe fans from the '80s. Whether you were a female or a male, it doesn't matter. We can go for days. Honestly, we could talk about this for hours. We're not gonna do that to you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Tell her to take us home.
All right, so with that said, make sure you put your favorite G.I. Joe characters in the comments below. Give us your top 5. Pick what we picked on our list, put them together, make a better list of what we did, or make a worse list, and we'll just make fun of you when we see it in the comments below.
Exactly.
All right, also, too, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you do so by clicking that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that way you're aware of all the other things that we do on the channel. Last but not least, make sure you give us money. Buy a t-shirt from teespring.com. The link will be right there, as well as go to our Patreon and donate whatever amount of money and get nothing from us.
So we can buy G.I. Joe
So
t-shirts.
we can buy G.I.
Joe t-shirts, yeah. One real quick one, Major Blood.
I'm not a big Major Blood fan.
I like Major Blood. He was cool.
I would say before I went Major Blood, I'd go Mindbender first.
Yeah, Mindbender's another good one. And he created Serpentor.
Once again, we can go all day about
And
G.I.
we
Joe
can.
characters.
All right. Anyway, so we told you this was part 1. Part 2 will now be G.I. Joe vehicles. That will be the next top 5 after this one, so be on the lookout for that. And we'd appreciate any other top 5 ideas that you have, so we don't try to reach and try to figure out what the hell we're going to say. Anyway, for Aspen Art, where the hell they're at, and freaking Carl over there doing absolutely nothing, I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And we'll see you next time.
Real quick, if you're still here, because we do these into the video little blooper things. If you're still here, look down. There's a link here for Patreon. If you guys like the show, please give us money. We'll take a penny. We'll take a nickel. We'll take a dime. We'll take $1. We have some stuff on there that we're giving away on Patreon if you do contribute, because trust me, we need help. We want to buy new equipment, and we need an editor. Somebody who doesn't have to stay up in the middle of the night, or they don't have to stay up in the middle, but I won't have to do it. So please, down patreon.com/thegoods. It's in the link. Please do it. We appreciate it.